Pokemon Trainer Mike.
How are you that good, mate? Seriously, I'm gonna tear, mate. Honestly, do you know what got us though?
What?
Whether we keep it in the cut or we don't, it was the Lumio City. You did a little bit of freestyle with the Lumio City theme from Kalos, straight into that. That theme on a piano gives me chills every single time I hear it. It's such a wonderful, wonderful piece of music. But Marvel City / Rust Robro / Mos Deep, just mate.
Just happy to be here.
There he is. Hello, Bradley. How we doing, my friend?
Doing very, very well, Pokemon Trainer Mike. And how the devil are you?
A wise man always says, and I think he just said a couple of seconds ago. I'm just happy to be here as well. Oh, it is again. Every day, mate. Every day. That was wonderful. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of taste of that. I think I said this on episode 1 or 2 that Bradley needs to do a piano opening on every single podcast. He hasn't committed just yet, but it could happen, right?
Maybe.
We might get the odd in there as well. I mean, who knows?
I mean, a little duet. I mean, I've heard of crazy things. Not as crazy as a piano and a harmonica duo, but hey, there's a lot of firsts. A lot of firsts on this channel.
The Pokemon Company International, you see what's going on. Recruit us, please.
Sponsor us.
Would be unreal. Oh, it's lovely to see you, mate.
It's lovely to see you.
I think the last time I properly sat down and spoke to you was when you were sat right there.
Yeah.
Literally next to us on a settee on episode 11.
Where your son gave me a Wingull, which was not pre-scripted at all. He just literally randomly gave me a Wingull without knowing, and it was magical.
I mean, there's Pokemon cards all over the house, and I generally don't know. He just went, oh, there's a card here, and I was like, oh, what is it? And it was a reverse Wingull, to your point. I was like, well, there's one man here that needs to simply go to, and there we are. The rest is history. That was a lovely... Last episode was wonderful, mate. It was lovely.
Oh, it was.
It was lush. It was lush. And hey, guys, if we get signed, Spotify want us, Apple wants us to do the podcast properly.
Watch this space.
The studio thing could happen. Thing could happen. Can you imagine?
It was a dream. That was a dream that Pokemon Trainer Mike and I had, which was that's a warm can of pop.
I knew I was waiting for it.
It was a dream that Pokemon Trainer Mike and I had, which was, if this, ever got to a point where it was self-sustaining, where we would be able to, our work would be to go down to the studio and do this sort of thing for work, for a living. This would be amazing.
Can you imagine that? That would be incredible. Absolutely incredible.
All the new sets, we'd get them all shipped out to us, and then we'd be on stream playing games side by side, and for a living. I mean, man.
Look, hey, it's a dream. We'll work towards it, mate. Watch this space in 10 years. Watch. So 10-year pipe dream.
But you know what? I'm loving the journey.
I'm loving how this story...
Oh, go on, say it.
...has multiple chapters, and we're just continuously turning that page, mate. Oh!
God, that's right. We're hitting you in the feels today, guys.
Oh,
that's right.
We're feeling very... Not feely, that's a bit of a weird phrase, but we're feeling very... Tortermosh. Haven't said that since since I was
being
Melowetta.
Right. Melaconic, right?
Bonjour.
Yeah. Alfie to Zane.
Yeah, pet.
All right, well, before we get all feely and stuff, we have to pay the bills.
I mean, to get to that pipe dream, we do need to pay the bills, Bradley.
What better way to pay the bills than to get down payments on property? Bit of a strange sponsor today, but hey, here we are. What a segue.
I don't know why it's so funny. I thought you might have spun it of the guys going on holiday, but you wanted down payment, right? Yeah, listen, we'll sort you out. Listen, Do you feel, it's -5 at the moment in the UK, right as we're
chilly.
recording? It's a bit chilly. It's like an icy wind is going through at the moment.
Bit of mist.
Bit of mist.
I would love to go to be a bit warmer, Michael. But how could I do that? If I've got more money than the money or the Poke money that would buy me a portable heater, and I wanted to really splurge out, what could I do?
Oh, Bradley. Well, I've got some. If you want some sort of sunny day themed area, look no further than Sinnoh's resort area. Oh. The resort area is located in the northeast. You see what I did there? Northeast of Sinnoh, up there next to where all the battle facilities are, and in the bottom right corner of that battle facility is the resort area where you, yes, you, I'm talking directly to you today, if you go to purchase or put a down payment, to Bradley's point, on any of the villas in that resort area, use the code, the PokéCast of Brad and Mike, 50% off. Good Lord!
50% off.
We've been spoilt this week on the sponsor. Oh, and to throw it in, I've heard legend speaks of a lake outside some of their villas where only Magikarp reside, and there is a rumour of a level 100, yes, a level 100 Magikarp that dwells in that lake, and you get a free super rod if you do that down payment by this weekend.
Wow.
So,
wow.
The PokéCast and Brad and Ray, get your down payment on yourself in a lovely villa, a lovely sunny day, get your free super rod, and get fishing for that Magikarp. Honestly, we're going up in the world, Bradley.
We really are.
Honestly,
wow.
What a sponsor.
Sponsor, like a villa, 50% down payment, and I mean,
in the super
catching,
rod.
I mean, look, I'm just hoping that super rod will be able to hold a level 100 Magikarp. That knows one move. Splash.
And tackle. There you go.
Hey, and flail.
And
technically. Also, it changes, doesn't it, to struggle, right? Or in
if its PP runs out, it's struggle. But I mean, hey, who knows how much got with hyper beam?
Oh, it's flailing around, right? Yeah. We'll check with the editor on the technicalities on the which is what,
give him some work to do. Absolutely.
Yeah. God, he hasn't got enough on his plate.
Look at our improv, like unreal, man. Unreal. Fun fact.
We'd sell out. We would sell out venues.
Can you imagine? Stop it. The PokéCast of Brad and Mike in like a theatre or an arena. Imagine the O2. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
No,
we're going around the XL Centre to map out where we're going to be holding our event.
We'll just pick one of the auditorium rooms, one of those sections. We'll just have us across the. Oh, mate.
And it's like, so there's some other event going on, like EUIC, some sort of like champions, but the big headline event is the PokéCast with Brad and Mike.
Live PokéCast.
That's it. Over the weekend. That's right. Your Q&As, you got signs, autographs, like
unreal. Fun fact: did you know that level 100 Magikarp only has a 1% catch rate or an appearance rate when you're fishing in that pond?
I had no idea. That reminds me of a different lake is it the safari park or something, where I don't remember if it's safari park. You were mentioning it on episode, I think it was like 4 or 3 maybe, where there was was it Dratini?
Was it? Yeah, one of the two.
Yeah, where it was a specific hex that you had to fish from in order to get the chance. There's like 4 or 6 hexes that's
Feebas.
It was Feebas.
Feebas is the tiles. It's like 6 different tiles. But Dratini / Dragonair, I can't remember which one it was. And the Safari Zone only has a very small chance of being caught in there.
So cool. I've never actually done much with the end games of Pokemon, and I'm so excited to do Sinnoh and like to be seeing all these things and to procure myself, of course, one of those trusty villas at the resort with my 50% code. PokéCast with Brad and Mike.
We actually get 75%, but we'll not tell the Babas that.
No.
The Babas
Honey's taking our commission. So Hey, talking of honey, I've been slathering a few trees myself.
You're going to see you were slapping it on a tree there. Plenty of combis for you.
I haven't actually went back yet.
To see if it's been one.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you got a wardrobe malfunction behind you. Your little cloth is.
Oh, it's fine for that. Oh, and the reveal of DX Racers, our second sponsor. I'm joking. You just get the card. Do you know what that is for? That's for the cat of the household to protect the leather work. It's not doing a good job, but it's there to protect it.
Yeah,
there you are.
There is. Is that a Torterra plushie I see in the background?
Oh, how good of you to notice.
Yeah.
Well, because we're in Sinnoh.
Yeah.
I thought.
Oh.
It could only be the main man himself. Needed to come on the adventure with us.
Look at him.
Oh,
Look at that big tree.
Man, I love Torterra. He's so good. I love him, mate. I love him.
You know, Dragon Ball Z had that episode where Dragon Ball Z fans, by the way, hi, I see you. Where Trunks and Gotenks, I think it was, where they went together and they went fuse, and they like had to touch their fingers to get a perfect
fusion.
Yeah.
Ha!
Yeah.
Good
and they were like,
there,
I'm thinking that there has been a case where Torterra originally didn't have a tree on his back and thought, I like this episode of Dragon Ball Z. Sudowoodo, get on over here. You know.
I mean, hey. Crazy things have been said and done. I mean,
there we go.
I love it. I love Torterra.
So,
man. Love him.
Last episode, we were live.
We were live.
We were with each other, and we were going through. We were doing a lot of pack openings, some unboxings. It was great fun.
No Ninja.
Spoiler. But we had some spoiler. It's already released. Pokemon Trainer Mike.
Just in case they randomly came to this episode and they're thinking, "Hang on a second, I've not watched the live one."
But we had some really nice pulls, some really nice SIRs.
You had some really lovely pulls, just to be clear, mate. Hot hands, Bradley over here. Yeah. Good lord.
That's right, and it was lovely actually because I pulled. Was it the Carmine?
You got a full art Carmine, yes.
And the reason I remember that is because on your 2024 video of your best bits, which is on the Pokemon Trainer Mike channel, by the way, you should go and watch that. It's an amazing video.
Live right now.
We pulled the Carmine at the event. I pulled it when we met up in the London card show. I'm pretty sure.
So at EUIC, you pulled the Nemona SIR from Paldean Fates. That was an amazing pull. I can't believe you did that.
It was you. You pulled the Carmine in one of your little throwback videos.
So I got the SIR. That's right. And you got the full art in when we were in person. Yeah, you couldn't write it. It was sick. And you got illustration rare Archaludon. You got my Lotek EX. You got a load of cool cards, man. You got some lovely cards, man. Oh, you got the Brooksish illustration rare from Surgeon Sparks as well. That was gorgeous. Yeah, you were just laughing. Honestly, I didn't pull a single thing. By the way, Brad's just like woohoo! It was insane. It was insane.
And I can't wait for February where we get to do it all again. At the mate, that's gonna be amazing.
Mate, it's like
can't wait.
6 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. Unreal, man. Mate,
and I mean, go on, sorry.
I was going to just say the next 2 months for Pokemon is just going to be on another level, man. Like, we've got EUIC, literally we've got that entire weekend of EUIC, Pop-Up Pokemon Center, which have just released their, what the theme is, an exclusive merch. You don't know this yet, have you?
No, I don't.
So they dropped today that the merch. So last year it was all about Cerulean and Armarouge. That was the theme. The year before that, it was the Evolutions. This year, it's all about Psyduck, and all the artwork is all yellow and blue, and it's just, it's gorgeous. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I will put it on screen for those that are watching on YouTube, right? It's lovely. So it's gonna be Psyduck themed by the sounds of it.
Wait, maybe though. Okay. Hear me out. Do you think there might be another announcement then for Pokemon Concierge Season 2?
Well,
because that was a Psyduck related, like that was a beauty. If you haven't seen Pokemon Concierge, by the way, on Netflix,
need to watch
you need to watch that.
So good.
It's
on
little
Netflix,
like 8 minutes.
Four episodes
like
Netflix.
8 minutes.
Enjoy.
You have to watch it. It is absolutely
It's
so
stunning.
heartwarming and it's just so wholesome. It's incredible. And there's
so
a lot
good.
of cards that were illustrated with the Pokemon Concierge style in mind after it was released, or around the time it was released, which was really nice. I don't remember which pack specifically, but I remember seeing a lot that there was those little cards that had, you know, the little sort of sewn together sort of illustrations, which was amazing.
So good. Concierge is amazing, mate, and like I say, that entire 2 weeks is going to be incredible. So we're in EUIC, enjoying all things Pokemon. We come back. I need to fly for work in London, actually straight the next day, but I'm there for a couple of days.
I'll be there for a lunch meeting.
Sounds wonderful. And then the 27th of February, as we all know, is officially Pokemon Day in the world.
It's 27th, not 26th. It's 27th.
27th of February 27th. every year. And we're going to have a Pokemon Presents, and that Pokemon Presents, you know, I would be... they'll do the normal little bits leading up, like they'll do all the kind of the mobile games, so like Cafe Mix, Pokemon Masters, Pokemon Go,
Pokemon Pocket,
Pokemon Sleep. Well, I was going to say that in a second. So Pokemon Sleep. I think they'll show maybe some mini. You know, oh my god, you know what I should do? A bingo. I'm going to watch this live, by the way. So
let's make a bingo. Let's make a bingo.
Exactly
card.
what I was going to say. We'll do a little bingo card, and we can scratch off as things have been announced and revealed and stuff. But I think literally the event will be those mini things might either get excluded or they'll have a little bit of time. They'll talk TCG Pocket a bit heavier. I think they'll talk about maybe a new set or whatever. They'll have new features that are coming. The actual TCG set, I think they'll actually do a bit of news on that. And then it's going to be Pokemon ZA, Legends ZA, and we're going to get gameplay, and we're going to get a release date, and I'm going to absolutely scream the house down when that happens.
Now,
I
need to interject here and say that in the tech space that I've been following, and I follow the tech space very
I know what
closely.
you're going to say. I wanted to talk about this too. Go on.
So the Nintendo Switch 2 motherboard has been leaked by by someone who is quite a reliable source, and they've been trying to hold it all back. But I would put maybe a 70% chance that it is going to be shown gameplay on the new Nintendo Switch, and it's going to be one of the main selling points.
I hope so.
That would be incredible to get, because, you know, the Nintendo Switch as it is now is a very old system, and
it's like 8 years old, 8+ years old, I think it is. That's wild.
And you know, for Pokemon Scarlet and such, it's, you know, we've all experienced the lagginess that comes from those games, and if we got Pokemon Z, flawless gameplay on a new system in our hands, oh my god.
That's literally all I've asked for, you know. Like when I was playing Scarlet and Violet, the only downside, nothing to knock the game's lovely, but the only flaw I personally had with it was the graphics. If that was on a bigger and better engine, that would have been perfect. And if the first installment,
the draw distances and stuff, like seeing the Pokemon in the background, imagine.
I mean, they got the models beautiful, like they had fur scales, like it looked phenomenal, but the hardware behind it lacked the power it needed to give it the justice that it really deserved.
Yeah.
And there was talk about it was confirmed by Nintendo. They said that whatever the successor is, I assume it's going to be Switch 2. It's simple and snappy, right? It's going to be backwards compatible with the Switch, right? So you're going to be able to play all these old games still on the next successor. But there was a rumor, nothing confirmed, that said that these older games will have, whether it's an enhancement or an upscale or whatever. So when you are playing them, you'll be able to see a bit of a benefit of the game. And if that's true, I mean, all I say is if whatever this Switch comes out, as long as it doesn't have to be this 4K, you know, 120 FPS, ridiculous. It's smooth.
Bit more power,
Bit more power. It looks glorious. Like, I'll be happy. And if to your point, because they said when they announced the game nearly a year ago, by the way, we've had no news on
that was
Pokemon
the teaser,
Legends.
Right?
We had that small teaser on Pokemon Day last year. That's on the channel as well, by the way, if you want to watch me have a meltdown reacting to... If you want to watch me having a meltdown to the reaction of that, by the way, I'd highly recommend. But bless him, I had Josh next to us trying to talk, and I was just having a meltdown. But it was said that it was going to be on the Switch. But I think to your point, mate, I think it's either going to be a console drop, they coming out with the console, or they'll do it like they did with the Wii and the Wii U with like the likes of Zelda and Twilight Princess, where they had it on that console, but they also had it on the new one. I hope that's true. Time will tell. But but the next month and next 2 months is going to be an insane ride if you're a Pokemon fan. There's just going to be so much talk and chatter and reveals. It's going to be nuts, mate. It's going to be insane.
I can't wait.
Either way, can't wait.
Either way, I mean, I would expect it to be released on both platforms, so Switch and Switch 2, like they do with PS4 and PS5. We know for a fact that the games like Pokemon Scarlet and such will have increases to performance and all those things. The reason we know that is because on the patch cycles of Pokemon Scarlet, they had to reduce certain like knobs and levers in order to get it to be a bit more stable and a bit more like, so they reduced the draw distance, they reduced these things. So those are very much things that they can increase and decrease, unlike in other games when you're playing with draw distance and shaders and things that they themselves are able to patch in. You will be able to increase that so that it will be a lot more further. You'll be able to bring in everything. I mean, with how handheld technology has been going with the Legion Pro, there's the MSI Claw, you've got the Asus.
The insane.
Yeah, it is, and the Steam Deck, and it's really taking off. You've got the new silicon carbon for batteries and stuff. You'll be seeing this in the new phones like the OnePlus 13, the S25, where you're going to get in the same size as this, which is like a 4,800 milliamp hour battery. You're going to get 6,500 milliamp because of the condensity. Sorry, it's a bit technical jargon, but all it is to say is that we are hoping, depending on the chipset and the nanometers that the silicon that they're using, we're going to get double battery life, hopefully, than what we've had with the Switch. Like far superior, much better cooling. Nicer display. You know, no one, I don't think, cares if it's 120 FPS. We just want it to just look great. I mean, and that's all. We don't need much. And I am so excited. I'm so excited to actually play Pokemon X and Y. You know, and I can't. You know, and look, I'm so excited to. I really want to be there with you on Pokemon Day. So when you're streaming or when you're doing it, I'd love to be there with you and to sort of just
lock it in. We'll lock it in.
Let's lock it in. Let's lock it in.
It's half term. The kids will be off, right? So I'm going to have both children, but it doesn't matter.
No problem.
Like,
doesn't matter.
We'll watch it. We'll watch it, the whole thing live. We can do this. We can set it up and watch it live if needs be. That
would be amazing.
It'll be insane. One last thing on the Switch before we touch on the Pokemon. I'll come back to Kalos a second. Have you seen the potential leaks that have happened today?
Are you talking about the Game Boy Advance stuff where they're upscaling Ruby and the Alpha Ruby and stuff and then putting that on?
No.
Let's
come back to that then. So there's a company called Genki. I'm not joking, by the way.
For those that don't know, Genki's a good friend of ours.
Exactly.
We've known for a few years, so it's just quite interesting.
So they've got so these guys must be like a third party company that Nintendo like reach out to build like cases and things for your Switch, controllers, various things. And they're showcasing demos. I think it's in Japan, I think it is. But they've got like prototype designs of like what this Nintendo Switch's successor, the 2, looks like, the Joy-Cons and everything. And the Joy-Cons are like magnetic. So what, like rather than them having the kind of, my Switch is broken, by the way, as you can see. But when like doing this, it literally goes like this.
Oh, that's so cool.
It looks amazing. It's a lot bigger. The screen's beautiful. It's a lot bigger. By the way, mine. Honestly, I'll quickly show you mine for those that are listening. Right, my current Switch. It's not going to work now, is it? I was playing. There we go. Look at that. It has lines across all of the screen.
Oh no!
I was playing.
Oh wow!
I was playing the second DLC of Scarlet and Violet: The Bluebell Academy, which is a wonderful DLC. By the way, if you haven't played it, it's so good. And then one day I just got this like weird the Switch is turned on the TV, there you are. This weird pixelation happening at the bottom of the screen, and it just kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of flooded the screen and it just went. And I don't know why. I don't know what happened. But it works perfectly fine. Docked, as you can see on the TV there.
Yeah.
It works absolutely fine. But I can't do it portable anymore. So that's why I'm hoping the Switch 2 happens this year, or hurries up and gets announced this year, so I can go back actually having it, because I miss having it in my hand and playing, right? Because I just don't have that anymore. Don't have it anymore.
So just talking about the Switch stuff, sorry. this is one of my favorite things in Shining Pearl. So I'm like really into Pokemon now. Like I'm really getting into Pearl. But do you see I've got my little Prinplup there?
Oh, I love the following
Look at him.
Pokemon. It's so good, isn't it?
Look, and he's just going around with me. It's so
He looks
cool.
like Naruto. He's like da 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 da.
Yeah, wait, yeah. Yeah, look at him go.
Is that Salacion town that you're in, Bradley?
I think I've just entered it. Like I literally have just come
Mate,
up.
the route before that's 208, and you know what soundtrack that is?
Wait, was that?
Turn it up, turn it all the way up,
Okay.
and then walk into the route next to the microphone. I can't hear you. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there it is. Oh. Da da da.
Bum 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 ba da ba da bum.
We're gonna get copyrighted if we do any more. So
I told you that was going to happen this podcast. By the way, I knew it would come back.
We would get if
Route
we had any more.
208. Route 208.
It was the only. It was just. It's been amazing. It's been amazing.
But to your point with Kalos, mate, like I know we're completely off track. What we're going
No.
about,
Look,
but Kalos.
Let's carry on.
Kalos is so near and dear to my heart. Like it's that is second to Hoenn for me. Like I remember when that. We'll not go into the details. We'll do podcast after podcast of it. Of course, we will in the future. But like the first time of playing Pokemon X and Y, seeing the release trailer for that, right? Because it was the first proper 3D Pokemon adventure away from sprites on your console, right? That. The anime was on another level. Mega Revolution introduction. Oh my god, Mega Revolution. Like the first time I saw that and then he screamed. The soundtrack, again, I know I keep banging on about the soundtrack, but some of the music in Kalos is just god tier. Like you did the start of it there with Lumiose City. That Lumiose City theme gets me every single time. I don't know what it is. The anime did this beautiful arrangement of it. So as in the anime, for those that don't watch the anime, by the way, you should. It's incredible. But when Ash was traversing through Kalos to do the Kalos League, and every other region, right, they take the game music and they completely get the live band and they completely, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Reconstruct it right into an anime, a louder version of it. And
That's great. That's great. That's good when they do things like that.
And the iteration of Lumiose City is just beautiful. Like it's warm, it gives a lovely feel, and it's lovely, mate. So I can't wait. For first and foremost, I can't wait for you.
Yeah.
Oh my, right. You know what we should do?
What should we do? What are you thinking?
Before Legends ZA comes out, right?
Yeah. Oh, of course, yeah.
I know you've got some games to get through and play at the moment, Pokemon.
We'll play together.
You've got it, mate.
Let
us get there. I was doing the build-up, man.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I just connected to your wavelength there, and I saw it. And
That's exactly where I'm going, right? So when you get to the point of starting your journey in Kalos and Pokemon X and Y, I will restart one of my game files, and we should play through it together. Because I really want to play through it one time before we get into Legends, right?
Yeah.
And we should do it together, and then we can come on podcast and we can share where we're up to, what the teams look like, what we've been through, and I would love to hear your take on your first experience of it.
And stuff, yeah.
Oh my god, that would be incredible. Maybe we should totally do it. We should lock that in.
Small disclaimer: I'm not going to be trading him any starter Pokemon at all. That went. Oh no. He didn't get that gulping, guys.
Oh. Thanks, mate. You always know when to throw something like that out when I've got a mouthful from my warm caramel pop, mate, haven't you? You do it every time.
Oh, first of the year.
Good lord. Oh, good lord. Oh, I don't need 3 starters, mate, because you get 2 in Pokemon X and Y. Spoiler. So there you go. Not from the same trio though. You'll see what I mean.
Oh wow,
yeah,
that's really cool.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
That's so cool. That's so cool. I can't wait. You know, it's the only game I actually haven't even started. haven't even done a single. Like I've played Ultra Sun. I've played Pokemon Black and White. I played Black and White too, like little bits. Obviously, I've played Diamond, but I'm really foggy with it. That's why I've been playing it again, and I have been loving it. If you remember Pokemon and you love to play it, but you're finding when you're starting it up, you're like, I can't really get into it. You just need to get past about at least a gym until you've got your party sort of locked in, right? And then you're sort of, when you're comfortable and you know the world and things like that, like it takes about 5 or 6 hours, maybe 7, to really get invested and be like, oh, I really want to carry on playing this game, because all I'm doing right now is I'm playing it and I'm absolutely loving it. I'm taking my time with it. I'm not rushing through it. I'm going into every house. I'm learning about all the different areas. I'm failing miserably at the Pokemon contest. I'm just loving it. It's, I can't wait. I can't wait to talk about it on next episode.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I love it. When Pokemon news like this though comes out, I love, and I'm sure a lot of people as well are going to be loving to listen to. Okay, well, what's coming up, and and how's it all connecting? The amount of Pokemon Z stuff we're going to be able to talk about, and I can't wait. I don't know anything about Kalos, but I am, with your reaction and also just how it's been presented. With those little Relicanth symbols. Bring back Relicanth and make him a starter Pokemon.
Bring on the Breel. All right, that's all I'm saying. Bring on the Breel. Mate, it's going to be incredible. We can even dissect trailers and stuff, because there'll be trailers building up. We can watch the trailer and then theory craft exactly where we're going. Oh, man, it's going to be such a great time ahead, mate. Honest to God, it's going to be so good. Oh, I'm not ready for it, I had no idea we were going to go to Kalos. I genuinely thought that last year when we did Pokemon Day, I know they did the whole Bluebell Academy DLC for Scarlet and Violet was all heavily themed about Pokemon Black and White. The battle themes were all remixes of Black and White's battle theme. The Bluebell Academy was based in Unova, so it had all that ties. And I think that was a little bit of a love message of Black and White. Bam, we're doing Kalos. But,
lovely.
Whilst that's beautiful, right? There is confirmed that there is a TCG set coming out later this year that is purely based on Unova. It's going to be like Pokemon 151, where it's every single Unova Pokemon right the way through. They haven't given a name what it is. But
if they've confirmed that, the release date is probably going to be tied to it.
But again, this is Unova rather than Kalos, right? This is
I see. It's a build-up?
So this is Pokemon Black and White I'm referring to here. So they've confirmed that there's going to be a TCG set later this year based on Pokemon Black and White.
Not X and Y. X and Y was after Black and White, right? I'm just curious, but it was Diamond into X and Y into... Sorry, Diamond into Black and White into X and Y.
You've got it.
And then it's Sun and Moon.
Yeah, right? That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay, so then it's a prerequisite, which... Okay, so then...
But why Unova? When we've got Pokemon ZA coming out and it's all about Kalos, that's going to be the push. Why do a Unova one? So speculation, people start to think. Imagine on Pokemon Day, they randomly drop a remake of Pokemon Black and White out of nowhere. Literally out of nowhere, and that comes out. Can you imagine? Do you know what? My crazy brain is going, ZA's been announced. It's going to get pushed to later in the year. However, middle of this year, you're going to get a complete remake of Pokemon Black and White.
It's the next one. Of course, because Shining Pearl was the last remake, wasn't it? Was it? It was. Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? And both games are in one. Pokemon Black and White and Black and White 2 as a package.
Mate, it's the... Pokemon doesn't... I can't read Pokemon anymore. Like, they just dropped the most craziest surprises. Like, I still remember the, it was the Pokemon Presents that showed off Generation 9, so Scarlet and Violet.
Scarlet and Violet, yeah.
In the trailer, I'm not joking, it was the last bit of trailer, and there was no gameplay, but it was like, it was a security guard going around at night into what looked like Game Freak's office with a magnifying glass and lights. Everyone's on Detective Pikachu 2. 100%. It's Detective Pikachu, 100%. And he goes through and he goes through and he goes through and he opens this door into this room and it's all like there's like grapes and it's all like orange and violet, like scarlet and violet's aesthetic. And then there's just a curtain and the curtain opens and it's the 3 starter Pokemon from Paldea. And I just remember, I wish I'd done a reaction video because I'd literally screamed. I was like, what? We're going to Generation 9 already because it was so soon. So literally Pokemon. I have no idea where they're going. Maybe it is just a random TCG set, but they normally try to align merchandise with what's going on around them in video game world, etc. Right? Do you know what I mean? So who knows?
If it's a whole set for it, it would point to that. It would point to that. That would be really cool, or at least the announcement would be around that same day, if not the release. Which that would be amazing. It would be great for me. Imagine that. That's the first thing to come on the Switch 2, and then later in the year or next year, we've got Pokemon Z.
Incredible. Oh, mate. It'll be incredible. And then we're going to be, without a doubt, we're going to be going to Generation 10 after that. The next generation of Pokemon. If not next year, in my opinion, I reckon either... When's the 30th anniversary? Is it next year? I think the next year is the 30th anniversary of 30 years of Pokemon's next year, mate. 30 years.
I was thinking, like, when I have little wee duplications of myself, and your little kids are older as well, and those little future duplications of me are older, and then we're going to the 60th anniversary of Pokemon, and there's us two walking up together and like cheering and stuff, and then there's our kids going, what?
Why is my dad embarrassing me again at a Pokemon event? And I'm like, I don't care, rip me t-shirt, it's Charizard or something like that.
And then there's me with Relica!
And make Relica the starter again. Oh,
yeah,
God.
That's it.
Honestly, this is what I mean.
The starter that never was.
The starter that never was, mate. This is what I mean, man. Like, the next... Like, hold on. I think it is. I think it is 30 years of Pokemon next year, 30 years, which is just insane. So there's going to be something huge cooking for that. Yeah. But, like, the lead-up's just going to be insane. I mean, when Mega Evolutions comes back, they will do a TCG set.
With Mega Revolutions.
Mega Revolution cards. Oh, my good Lord. Oh, my good Lord. Oh, my good Lord. I feel that's going to be a Worlds 2025 announcement that I reckon they'll do the World Championships this year. Is it San Francisco, I think it is, or is it Vancouver? I think it might be San Fran, I think. But I reckon in the closing ceremony, they're going to show Mega Revolutions out because they can't. I don't think they'll learn just a huge new mechanic this late on in the year leading into Worlds. In my opinion, I might be completely wrong. I'm not totally forte with it, but I reckon at the end, they'll do the Mega Evolution symbol and there'll be like a Mega Charizard card or something ridiculous like that to get everyone going screaming. Me included. It's going to be fun. It's going to be so good. I can't wait. Like, honestly.
It's a great time. It's a great time for Pokemon. It's a great time to be a Pokemon fan.
It's an amazing time to be a Pokemon fan, Bradley. Like, there's something for literally everyone.
I wanted to say one thing about Pokemon Black and White, and that was something that was a bit controversial that I really liked. And that was that they didn't have any other generation of Pokemon. The reason why I like that is because I don't know about you guys, I don't know about you, Mike, but like I always like what I like, from my earlier generation. Look, if I see an Abra, I'm catching that Abra and I'm making an Alakazam. If I see a Machop, I gotta get myself those 4 arms. You know what I'm saying? Machamp, to help move things around, and he's a big boy and he's a strong boy. Dynamic Punch, and Sky Uppercut,
right?
Oh, Graveler. Oh. Look, all right, one's enough, all right, because we got to move on with the different rocks and things. I'd rather have Dugtrio, actually. I love Dugtrio. Big fan. And Wiglet, of course. But yeah, there are Pokemon that sorry. Side note, I spent 22 Pokeballs, 4 Dusk Balls to try and catch a level 29 Houndoom. It was on red health, paralyzed, and it just would not go into my Pokeball. So I was like, you know what? Rapidash it is.
Is this in your underground?
Yeah.
I thought so.
But we're going to be touching on the underground. Don't you worry,
we'll come
everyone.
Back to that.
Yeah. So
are you trying to say? So I just want to catch your wavelength then, like you did earlier on. Are you saying that when you play through a new generation Pokemon, you just kind of magnet towards the older generation once having your team, rather than trying the newly introduced Pokemon?
I like what you did there because I love Magnemite and I love Magnezone, which is in my party right now.
Oh,
yeah, the thing is when they're showing those, and yes, to your point, 100%. When they give me the option of catching a Magnemite or catching a Machop or catching a Ponyta, I mean, I can't say no. It's like I don't know. If Baneri is going to be, or Lopunny's, for example, going to be a great Pokemon, or if, or even in different ones like Stoutland and stuff, I don't know. So I get, you kind of levitate to what you know, but I'm going to try my best to not do that. I'm going to try.
So I'm the complete opposite of that scale.
Yeah, well, half of your party is made of starter Pokemon, all right? So
all right. But when I start a new generation, I do not touch any of the old ones that come into it.
I need to do that.
I feel like I go in. Excuse me, sorry. We go into a new generation, and I want to try the new Pokemon because your point there. Look, nothing against it, by the way. Like that's how you play Pokemon. That's how you play Pokemon. But you don't know what Lopunny's going to be.
I know.
That's the whole point of trying out the new ones, evolving them. Like Bradley, there's nothing better, right? You're not knowing what the Pokédex is at all, right?
Yeah.
I'll take you back to a memory of Pokemon Sword and Shield, right? I remember picking up Toxel, right? It's this little baby kind of like...
Toxicroak.
Not Toxicroak, little Toxel, okay. Right? It's an electric and poison Pokemon, right? It literally looks like it's wearing a nappy, right? And I was just like... Right, I'll put it on my team, all right, and I'll just see what it is. And it evolves into Toxtricity, right, which is this big punk rock-looking electric poison type that has its own unique move, and it looks absolutely amazing. I remember watching Toxel evolve and just looking at my screen going, what is that Pokemon? And I was instantly in love. I remember that. Impidimp was another one. When it evolved all the way to Grimmsnarl, it's this huge fairy dark type Pokemon, and I'll just remember going, what is that? And the fun of seeing like those type of Pokemon is just amazing, man. I can't describe it.
You've converted me to the religion. I am going to now release all of my
Pokemon. By Kanto, hello Sinnoh.
Yeah, that's right.
He'll teleport himself. He'll teleport himself.
That's right. That's right. And he learns Psycho Cut with an attack of 10, which is just crazy to me.
That's it's just bizarre. Strange. I know it's really bizarre.
Very strange. But no.
To your point on Black and White, though, regardless of what I've just said there, when we went into Black and White, I was frustrated that it was just the new Pokemon. Because at the time when I played through back then, so we went through Sinnoh, right? So Sinnoh was, as we know, incredible, right? And we were on a high, right? When we went to Unova, and it was a completely different engine, everything looked different, it was a bit of an adjustment, looked nice, but the Pokemon at the time didn't sync to it straight away.
No.
I did, like, even the starters at the time, and all three of them just didn't go, oh my, you see what that... none of them did that to me. So I was a bit frustrated that I didn't have that option at the time when I was younger to do that. But now, if that happened now, I'd lock in and away we go. But it's how you play at the end of the day. If you want to go through with some original Pokemon that you love from back then, that's why it's there, right? Because if it brings in an audience from back then that have never played a Pokemon game, they see a familiar one from Generation 1, they're like, oh, lock it in, and away you go, right? Absolutely.
But no, everyone. Yeah, 100%. And to anyone who does that, like I am right now, 100%. But now you've mentioned it, I agree. I could be doing this straight away. Like the reason I love the idea of Black and White is for the reason that I could be doing that right now, and I could be learning new Pokemon. It doesn't need to be the great Pokemon I know. Let's see. Let's figure out.
Play with them, see which ones are good, see what they evolve into, just like the look of them. I mean, now looking back, Unova has some beautiful Pokemon. Like
I love the idea of having a Bronzong, for example, in my party. Because it's got Levitate usually, I think, and it's got the Trick Room, the Gyro Ball. Our Magnemite
Slam.
Magnemite has an amazing combo right now that I've got on my team, which is Thunder Wave and Electro Ball. And Electro Ball does more damage the faster you are, and if you're paralyzing the opponent, you're doing a lot of damage. And it also has Gyro Ball, which is slower, and obviously Magnemite's quite it's not super slow, but it's not fast either.
Sorry, Gyro Ball was that?
It is. Come on.
I
Come
thought we
on.
might have won an entire episode without doing this.
It is Gyro Ball, no?
It's Gyro Ball. Gyro?
Gyroscope. Gyroscope. Gyro.
It's Gyro Ball. Anyway, look, you know what I mean? Suicide, Swizine, Suicune. Do you know what I mean? Man Electric.
Fakeade.
Shinx. Swellow. Earthquake. I mean, you can do it with anyone. I don't know why. We're just doing a Ben Spitzer 2024, yeah. I've lost my conviction.
On that bombshell.
Oh, sorry. I was...
Mike.
Go on.
No.
Let me finish the point. You do a Magnemite, which is wonderful, but Magnezone, man, introduced in Sinnoh anyway. Like, that's fine. You've got that in the team. You're going to evolve it.
I'll keep Magnezone in.
Magnezone's such a good Pokemon.
I can't wait to play with Magnezone because it has Magnet Rise, which is amazing, and that just stops ground moves from affecting it. And then it comes with Sturdy, and I love Sturdy. Huge fan of Sturdy. The ability, right? It has Sturdy. And
I want to apologize, by the way, folks. This entire episode was meant to be around Brad's journey as he's traversing through Sinnoh, because he's got a lot of hype and a lot of like passion to talk about what he's just experienced in the game, and we've talked about something complete, which is fine.
There is no apology ever needed.
But that'll be next episode. Next episode, you'll have.
This has been amazing. This is like talking about all the Pokemon things. Like this is what
it's so good, man.
When you don't like, there's times to put things back on structure, but then there are times where you're just letting it go, and it's been amazing. It's been a great episode. It has really been. This has been really good. But before we close things out, have you got a Pokemon shout out, like a YouTuber or someone on a different social media platform, someone who is creating content for what they love? Any shout outs?
100%. So today's channel shout out goes to, on YouTube, is Adam P. Orbins, a lovely gentleman in this community, an Australian PokeTuber who streams. The content he pushes out is ridiculous. He's got amazing videos of TCG. He's doing live streams constantly throughout the week. He's a lovely guy. The community he has around him is wonderful as well. He has, for the life of his, I can't remember, he has just hit another milestone from a subscriber perspective on YouTube, and he's absolutely killing it, right? So Adam P. Opens, I'll drop this link in the description as I always do. Go give him some love, go subscribe, go check out his content. You'll not be disappointed. Thanks, Adam. Great guy. And then he forgot about the shout out. Thank you for drawing me back in, Bradley.
We're getting it all worldwide shout outs, man, all around the globe.
Oh, mate, you've tipped his. Today, I was saying this in a voice note to Bradley, right? He was talking about what we're going to talk about, Sinnoh, etc. And I was like, okay, I'll get myself into Sinnoh mood, because at the moment I'm torn. I'm in a Hoenn into a Kalos mode at the moment, and I was like, right, I'll listen to Sinnoh all day. So I was listening to Sinnoh music, and I was pumped for Sinnoh. And then you just dropped Kalos, and you did the Lumiose City at the beginning, and my mind just went into Kalos land, and I'm there now. I'm absolutely gassed. I've actually just started the manga. So Pokemon does. So for those that don't know, that Pokemon does a manga series. Is it official? I think it is. But it's called Pokemon Adventures, right? And they've got ones from Red and Blue, Red and Green, right the way through, right? And I'm currently starting the Kalos one at the moment, and it's really, really good. I'm really enjoying it. So, the manga's insane. I don't think I've ever even spoken to the manga about you before, have I? Like, the manga's, it's very real. It's very more realistic, right? So if Pokemon were real, like, for example, and I'll do like a bit of a PG warning for this bit, just to cover it off for those that are younger audiences, right? But it's to a point where there is a scene in Lavender Town. If I go back to Red and Blue times, you know, when you traverse Pokemon Tower, the first floor you go into, you battle your rival, Gary. You have a Pokemon battle with him, right? And then later on, Team Rocket's in there, and you have to rescue Mr. Fuji, right? Yeah. In the manga, Gary, who's called Green, I think, in the manga, has a Charmeleon, and Team Rocket are using an Arbok. To get out, Charmeleon uses Slash on Arbok and actually severs severs Arbok right down the middle
Wow.
to its tail. The Pokemon League, for example, it's Green and Red, who are Gary and Red essentially, but they're manga forms. They're having a Pokemon battle at the Pokemon League, and like Red, who's commanding his Venusaur and his Pokemon, are actually dodging the attacks that the Pokemon are firing his way, because obviously in a real battle, like if that misses your Pokemon and goes past, it's going to hit you, right? So like they're dodging, they're running around, they're all sweating, they've got cuts and bruises because they're falling over. It's crazy. It's a completely different telling that you would do in the games or the anime. It's really, really good. I'd highly recommend going out to get them. You can get them on Amazon in like collection boxes now for each series, up to I can't get 5 for the life of it. Unova, can't find it. But you can get everything up to Sinnoh, Kalos, and you can buy individual copies at the moment of Aloha, I think is the last one I can see. So just a bit of a segue there, but it's really,
great. I mean,
it's really good.
Yeah, I mean, like it's really great to hear that like the obviously all these different avenues of enjoying Pokemon, you've got like this really real kind of take on it as well. Like there's so many different versions of like of Pokemon from Pokemon Sleep and Pokemon Concierge, of really wholesome, like lighthearted. So like the anime where there are these battles, and then there's obviously the manga where it's a lot more real and a lot more it's just got a lot of that, more of that realistic realism factor. So
the art style, mate, it's just drawn beautifully as well. It's so good. Did you also see? Sorry, I'm just funneling now.
It. Yeah.
So the creators of or the studio behind Wallace and Gromit,
yes,
have worked a partnership with Pokemon. So I think it's not for till 2027. I think it was that the announcement came, but they are working with Pokemon to create, I'm assuming, some sort of series based very heavily on what Wallace and Gromit looks like, which is absolutely wild, by the way.
Love that.
Maybe Hoenn's Emerald Champion Wallace can meet actual Wallace and have some Wensleydale there.
Oh dear. I mean, it's great to see that Pokemon are still doing so much. So much with everything and taking these different directions with art styles and all sorts. But I could talk to you, Pokemon Trainer Mike, and I see you. There's a bit technical. There we go. These guys charge it. There we go. I could talk to you all about Pokemon for hours to come. And Pokemon Trainer Mike, I'm very excited to do so.
I've got so much to say as well. I know we're talking for so long. It is, mate. There's just... I said at the end of me 2024 Best Bits YouTube video, and if you haven't watched that, by the way, it's pinned on the channel. Another selfish plug there, but it's a really good one. At the end, the last 2 minutes of that, I describe how I view this wonderful community, this franchise, how Pokemon is life. Like it's in. I was going to do a short about this. It's everything. Like you sleep with Pokemon. It's Pokemon Sleep. You feed your breakfast with your Pokemon. You play Pokemon Go. You got Pokemon Masters. You got Pokemon TCG Pocket. You've got all these games. Pokemon Go throughout the day when you're going on walks. Like it is literally part of your everyday life now, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful thing. And I just can't wait to see. I honestly can't wait to see where this year takes us, and into 2026, where I believe it's the 30th anniversary, and it's just going to be wild, mate. It's going to be wild. On that though, Bradley, to your point where I think you were leading to there, is there anything you would like to say to the Babas in closing?
Well, one of the things that I want to say is just, thank you very much for listening, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this podcast. I mean, or this episode of the PokéCast. Like we're just really honing in on things that we're passionate about talking about, and what we like to talk about. Obviously, some of the upcoming events and news in Pokemon has really got us excited. If there's anything that you enjoy about these podcasts or anything, please let us know. In the comments below. But otherwise, it's been a lovely episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. And as a wise man once said, Relicanth really needs to be a starter Pokemon.
You swerved us. You swerved us. I couldn't have said it about myself, my friend. I couldn't. But as Bradley's just said there, if you are watching and you have enjoyed today's podcast, please smash that like button. It helps the algorithm massively, as it always does. Drop us a comment. What have you enjoyed about today's episode? What are you looking forward to this year in Pokemon. There is so much. You must have one favorite. Would love to know. And for those that are listening elsewhere on other media platforms, please consider dropping us a rating, drop us a comment, let us know what's going on. A lot of you have started commenting on Spotify now, which is wonderful to see, by the way. It is really, really nice. So please keep that up. And with that, thank you for listening and watching as you always do. And we will see you in episode 12. Take care now. Bye-bye. That was absolutely amazing.